Toastmaster Tim Linger, working on his 8th year in the club. And in case you didn't know, Tim is one of our past presidents, maybe the next president. Here is Tim with a speech from his third path in Pathways, Level 4, Effectively Mixing Stories. Elation, Deflation, Elation 1. AKA Puppy and our Mediterranean cruise. Let's all welcome distinguished Toastmaster Tim Linger.
Yes.
That song is Mickie. Elation. Mickie is the name of my puppy. I named him 17 years ago when we first got him. And we were sitting around the car with the puppy in the lap, and what do we name the new dog? And I was thinking piva. It means beer in Russian. I like beer. And this song came on. And it stuck. And his name is Mickie. But he's a cute little puppy, so I called him Puppy. And to this day, 17 years later, he's still Puppy. He's still Puppy. Well, my future ex-wife bought this dog because she knew that we were breaking up. And we didn't break up right away, so I got the opportunity to teach this dog everything in the world, from sit, beg, catch, roll over, crawl, all the great puppy tricks. And finally I had to leave. I decided to leave. And I had to leave Puppy behind. It was heartbreaking. Truly, it was heartbreaking. And I didn't see Puppy for 10 years, maybe a little bit longer. But what I really want to talk about, at least for now, is about the cruise that Carmelo and I and 6 other people, 8 of us, went on for the first 17 days of November. Mediterranean. We went to the African continent, Morocco, Casablanca. Went to visit Rick's Cafe. Went to see the world's largest mosque. The cruise ship took us to the Canary Islands. And by the way, the Canary Islands were named after dogs. True story. And there's no canaries on the Canary Islands. Just like the Virgin Islands, there's no canaries there either.
Nice.
Yeah, it's true though. There's no Canary Islands and the Canaries on the Virgin Islands. So we went to Spain, Portugal, France, Italy. We saw some of the best sights. We did a lot of pre-planning. It was 6 months in the making. We did a lot of pre-planning. And here's a funny story. Teresa, one of our, not Teresa Bay, Teresa, one of our cruise mates, booked the Last Supper on the last day. We talked about it. That was one of the hot places we needed to go. We had to go see that. She booked it. 8 tickets. And we talked about the last day. We're going to be in Milan, Italy, and we'll do the Last Supper, and then we'll fly out the next day. She booked the tickets. And then as the day got closer, she's like, it's getting almost lunchtime. That's when our tickets were. She says, well, what exactly are we having? We're like, what do you mean? Well, chicken. I never picked anything out. Chicken, beef. It's like, no, it's the Last Supper. It's sort of like the last lunch, but different. And she says, I don't understand. We just pick when we get there. It's only $24, by the way. Not that, 24 euros. Not that expensive. So then we had to explain to her that the Last Supper is a painting. This is what we had to put up with throughout our cruise. And there's 8 of us. And I jokingly said early on that we would probably lose a couple. 8 people, they walk at different paces. Who knows, right? We're liable to leave someone behind. And sure enough, when we got to Morocco, the cab driver was hitting on Rhonda. And I'm pretty sure they got engaged. I'm pretty sure they exchanged phone numbers. He invited her back next week. And then halfway through the tour, he had me sign something. It's in Moroccan. What do I know what I'm signing? I just signed it. And then later it was determined that it was probably the marriage certificate. We don't know. But factually, we have not seen Rhonda since we've been back. I don't know. So we actually thought we lost Rhonda. And there was a few other times we had some people lagging behind us, lagging Louie. And we thought for sure we lost him. And sometimes we just wanted to. I also want to talk about my puppy some more. About 6 years ago, my ex-wife called me up and said, I'm going out of town for a few weeks. Would you mind watching Puppy? Oh, I was there. Puppy and I are best friends. Man's best friend, Puppy's best friend. We're best friends. The sad thing is that when she brought him over, Puppy was scared of me. He looked at me and was like, I want nothing to do with this guy. And she basically grabbed him. He's just a little guy. He's a little Shih Tzu. She handed it to me, handed Puppy to me. And as soon as he smelled me, picture the videos you've seen about a dog seeing their master for years later, how they get all excited and they jump around. This guy was squirming so much and licking my face so much that I almost dropped him. A few weeks later, she didn't come back. So I called her. She said, well, I'm going through a difficult time right now. Do you mind watching him for a little bit longer? Of course I'll watch him. It's been 6 years. It's been 6 years. Now, I'm not complaining. I quit calling her because, I don't want the puppy to leave me. Well, he's 17. He's old. He's losing weight. And we're going to be gone for 17 days. I let my mom-in-law watch him. And he did okay, but he's 17 years old. When he got back, he was fine. But the very next day, last Monday, he took a turn for the worse. Sorry. Anyways, he held on for me. I know he did. He held on for me. And he's still alive, but he can barely walk. And I'm quite sure this weekend he won't be with us. And I miss him already. Anyway, Carmelo and a few of us are going on a cruise in March. You're all invited. You're all invited. We want you to join us in March. It's a 6-day, 6-night cruise. And thank you.